Ow! Again? So, we're making a tier list. First off, I want to thank DWO for giving the idea for this video, because I never really thought about doing a tier list, but it's actually a fun idea. Unfortunately, I will not be able to do the tier list of the entire MCU, because dang, that would be too long. And I was originally going to do for 2 phases, but even then that would have been too long, because the movies keep increasing throughout the year, so that's going to be bad for my retention. So I decided to do it in each phase, and then these could be parts. And in the video, I'm going to maybe flip-flop on each movie just because of how I do it throughout the video. But hey, if you also want to be shown on my video, give me an idea of what I should make, and I will, put your comment right here. So let's get on to the video. So as the first movie on the list, since we're doing the first two phases, we gotta start from the beginning. So that means we have to go into the first Iron Man movie. Now, what do I rank this as? I rank this as A tier, and here's why. The reason why I rank this as an A is because this movie, is the first movie of the MCU. So it started all, right? That's already given. But that's not why I love it so much. The reason why I love it so much is because it's just a good movie. It introduced you to Iron Man, which I didn't really know about that at that age. Made him cool, made him believable, quote unquote, because a lot of things were practical. So a lot of the things that they were using was real. They was there. Of course there was a lot of CGI, but of course, the fact that they were able to mix those was a good touch, which I miss so much about those things in media. And since they had that, it felt more fantastic, and it was just cool to watch. I know they had their first suit villain, someone who's an actual bad guy, the actual terrorists weren't the bad guys, which I'm glad for nowadays reasons. But the fact that they made him someone that he trusted was oh no, someone that he trusted so much betrayed him to get his thing, his heart, which was oh my god. I didn't suspect it until, obviously they showed it, and I was oh my god.
Ordered the hit on you, but you see, it was just fate that you survived that. You had one last golden egg to give.
But good movie. When I was younger, I used to believe that to make a superhero realistic, you had to change his color. But no, he was he made a joke about that. It's oh, let's have some green, some orange and red, hot rod red, and then Jarvis, which they changed from an actual butler to an artificial one, which I get for nowadays things, was yes, they're totally gonna blend in, and it was funny.
Tell you what, throw a little hot rod red in there.
Yes, that should help you keep a low profile.
I love the headpiece thing too, which is ironic because I wear masks, and wouldn't I love just the ideas of keeping the mask on? But with him, it made sense. That was a whole new technology to do that, because you didn't start seeing that until the MCU, the first Iron Man movie, and that was beautiful. And that's why this is an S tier. It is something I remember. It's something that I vibe with so much that I can rewatch, and it doesn't really, feel like I have to, to see the rest of the MCU, because it was the first one. Now we gotta go to the Jolly Green Giant himself, the Hulk. Now, what do I think about the Hulk? The Incredible Hulk. Well, I love this movie, to be honest. I will rewatch this over and over, and that's how I'm doing the list. It's things that if I will rewatch it and I still have fun with it and it doesn't bother me, I will rewatch. But it doesn't give me the same oomph that the Iron Man does, but it's just a little bit lower. The reason why I love this so much is because, honestly, I think this was the best actor to play the Hulk at the time, because of how deluded, how tired he felt of being the Hulk, but also depressed, with having some hope in his system for it. And the Hulk design itself, I love the design way better than the rest of the MCU. The rest of the MCU, he looks too clean.
God, he's doing it. Moving toward the cannons!
The muscles look like he was a mutated thing instead of just a big guy who hunches in the rest of the MCU. The fact that the green was very rough, and I get it's from the CGI from the time, but I also like the the raggy hair, it made him look more monstrous than just a clean, like puffy hair that Mark Ruffalo has most of the time. It just was so much better. I'd have to put it into an A tier instead of the S tier because it's still great, but not to the consistency as Avengers, which again gives me that oomph that I feel every time I watch it. Now we got Iron Man 2. Now people say when they say the first two cases were good, I'm gonna agree with that. But I gotta say this movie is a good movie, just not something I'd rewatch over and over. And it's not something that I watch so much that it gives me oomph. So I'd have to give it a B tier. Because good movie, but not the best. Because I can rewatch it. I have for the fun moments that it has, like Whiplash and with Iron Man putting on that suit, which is still legendary to watch even now. But not gonna put it in the list for it higher in the list just because of those moments. The story was lackluster. It was boring. I did like the whole that the metal in his body is killing him because it's not 100% like great because he made it all himself. So he found an element from his dad's Disneyland place basically somehow, which still confuses me, but still good movie, still cool fights. They introduced War Machine, which was great. They changed the actor, which was like, that was weird. They did that. Justin Hammer, I don't understand the hype for him so much. I think it's a meme to hype him up, but like I don't really get it. But it's still a good movie. But I'd put it like a B tier for me at least. Again, this is my list. If you want to do your own list, you can do it yourself, and I encourage you to do that too. Now, what do I do with this one, Thor? I'm not a huge fan on it. It's a movie that existed to me. Maybe it's just I didn't like the mythology of it. I'm just not a human mythology buff. But I do like the fact that they said that magic and science were just one of the same. Just that magic is just advanced science, which I always love. I'm not a huge fan of science without any explanation. Maybe that makes me weird because I can't just prove my disbelief. Just let it go for a second. But hey, that's just me. But the story was a good story. None of these are bad movies, but they're just out of my enjoyment. They're just kind of there, if that makes sense. Like this one's, I would have to say it's underneath Iron Man 2. Like it's a there. Actually, I feel like I'd have to put Iron Man 2 to a C tier. I know it must be weird me putting the Incredible Hulk higher than Iron Man 2 and Thor, but that's how I feel. These movies are my opinion, of course. But I just feel like this one belongs there. I love Loki. Tom Hiddleston was great. If you didn't know this, but he actually auditioned to be Thor first, which I would have never liked seeing that. He's way too skinny for my taste. Maybe they would have beat him up, but I like him how he is. Now, Cap. I gotta put this one to A tier already because good movie. Good movie. Now, it must be weird me putting it... Actually, this doesn't even make... My listing is weird. I'm sorry. But, I gotta put the Hulk to B. Still good. But I'm gonna put Captain America to A tier. Because it fits there a lot better. Because this movie is awesome. Because it's like in World War II. You feel the vibe, like how it is supposed to be. How like the timing... The only thing that's not unrealistic is there's no racism from what I saw. Bad joke. But still... Good movie. You feel his morality. You feel like he's a good person no matter what, without the drugs. Without the drugs. He is a good guy. He is a hero through and through. And that's why he was chosen. Great message showing that you have to be the good ones. You can't just give the power to the ones who already had power in the beginning. That's what Dr. Erskine said in the movie, and I love that.
The men. The serum amplifies everything that is inside. So, good becomes great. Bad becomes worse. This is why you were chosen. Because the strong man, who has known power all his life, may lose respect for that power. But a weak man knows knows the value of strength and knows compassion.
I liked Red Skull. Red Skull was just kind of there for me, at least. Like, he was a villain, but that's about it. Nothing special. And I love the progression of the suit itself. The fact that it went from him wearing like a mascot costume, like it was really badly made together. Like, it was well put together, but like for what they were trying to do, of course it's trying to look bad. And it was just nice. He worked it so well. I like the suit that like the shield itself is just like a prop shield, but it has metal and he uses it later. With the second suit he has, which is like a hat with an A on it, funny. The jacket over the outfit itself, which I don't know why he just didn't wear something else, but I get it. It's only a reference to the Ultimate Comics, which that was the kind of outfit he wore. And like the ending of his suit progression in that movie, he got the Captain America suit, and it looks beautiful. It looks tactical. It looks like he's ready to fight them Nazis, and then boom, yeah. And the shield, beautiful. I don't really have much to say about the shield. The shield, cool. Well, I like how he's friends with Anthony Stark, Tony Stark's dad, which I'm like, wow, he's friends with Tony. And I like how that means that's why they become really good friends later on. So that's why I put this one in A tier. It is just a good movie in my mind. I may put these all in my own video lists on what I think about them, but that'd be like what you would want if you want me to talk about them, because that's why I have the list video, because I'm not sure what would work out. Now we got the one of the greatest movies that exist, Avengers, and I had to put that in S tier. One of the best movies I've seen in so long. I love the story plot. I love how they introduce more of Nick Fury, introduce S.H.I.E.L.D. more, and they also introduce Tasha and Clint, Black Widow and Hawkeye. I wish they had more of their comic audience. Actually, I'm fine with Black Widow, but with Clint, I wish they added more with them with the purple and the circus, which would make more sense for his costume. Nonetheless, I like that. I like how they were able to all come together as a group, but still not feeling like a family. Because they're all like, no. They were all fighting each other because they were like, we have like different things. We want different things. I find it weird that Nick Fury had to lie and say that Coulson died to get them all together, which I find stupid. I feel like they should have found a way to be able to work together by themselves. Like, I know people really like that, and I like it too. It's just weird when I think about it more. So I had to put it in like S tier. Even with the weirdness, I still rewatch it a lot. I love it. Cap suit, I don't know what that did to you, but like, couldn't you at least have the banner around your stomach at least roll around you? That would have fitted much better. Since it stopped at the size, it made it look like an actual cosplay costume, like really bad one. Like, I know what they were going with. It was beautiful. Like, I really liked it. I feel like just tweaked it a little bit more, it would have been better. And they do later. Iron Man was cool as always. The fact that Loki was the bad guy was nice. Thor was Thor. Hulk was first time we saw him change actors, and I was like, oh cool. I liked it, but not as much as like most people did. Like, he was scary, but not as scary as I would have liked. My opinion. So you can say blasphemy all you want, but my mind. Yeah, I don't know what to say about this. Like, it's an S tier. S tier, beautiful movie. Now, what do we go with next? Because you know what that means? We went through phase 1. Good movies. Like, all of them are in like their own list because these are just how I enjoy them. So that was my tier list for phase 1 of the MCU. What'd you think? Did you agree with my list or did you disagree? Please leave your comments down below. And if you want to be featured on my channel, just comment what you would like to see me do on here, because I do take all your thoughts into consideration. But if you want to see more of these videos, please like the video so YouTube sees that I get engagement on here. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can actually see when these videos come out. And until next time, my name has been Doodlemite, and I hope to see everyone in the next video.